So with macros, what would a day look like versus your meal plan day?
In terms of
like in terms
macros.
of food choices. I know that macros can be different. So you can eat whatever you want ultimately, as long as you tick all the boxes, which is hitting the macros. But take me through a day of what a meal plan day would look like, and like what a typical, or maybe just an example day of what your macro day would look like, just to give people an idea of the difference.
So a meal plan, I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's just that you can include little things that you enjoy. Like, if in the mornings I want to have, I don't know, let's just say protein pancakes or something with, sugar-free maple syrup or something, whatever. Just, it doesn't mean that I'm obviously going to go and eat macas every day and just as long as it fits my macros. No, obviously you still have to have a really good diet approach. You need to, and I still eat like that in my off season. Like I rarely eat junk, but if I do feel like it, I will eat it because I'm in my off season.
Yeah. So in your off season, are you just turning up the amount of foods that you're having of similar foods?
Exactly. But there will be more flexibility. So, again, when you're a seasoned competitor, you understand that your off season is just important as your prep. So it's not just because, I'm not in prep, I'm going to go and get fat. And what you do in your off season is so crucial. Like it's even more important, you know what I mean? Because then the better your off season, the better your prep is. So, and I learnt that a couple of years ago when I realized I had a really, really good prep after having my son. Like I had a really good off season. We, did a cut phase and then did a growth phase, and I was really regimented. I was really structured because I knew I was ready to get back into it. I've had time off. I'm ready to get back into it, and I understand what it takes to get to that goal. No, I'm not going to take it lightly because I am, so focused on that goal, and I know what it's going to have to take. So I had a really, really good off season, and I had the best prep of my life. Like it was amazing. It was easy to me. Like it got challenging towards the end, but it was so easy because my body, it was dropping, I was dropping weight when I needed to drop. Like it was just, everything was flowing really nicely because I was so good in my off season. And I'm still doing the same thing now. Like I'm very structured. I eat, really good meals. I try to make them nutritious. If I feel like a dirty burger every now and again, I will have it because, again, you can have that flexibility in your off season. Like I don't go off the rails very often, but it was actually last week where I felt like I really needed a burger and chips. And this is like something I do all the time, but I was like craving it. And then I put it all into my Fitness Pal because if I'm going to go off the rails, I'll go off the rails. But then at the end of the day, I'll punch it all into my Fitness Pal to see actually like how bad I was. And I went 40 grams over in my fats.
Fat's always the one that'll get you.
Yeah, always. And then I was like, oh my God. And the guilt started to set in. But straight away, I texted my coach and I was like, look, so this happened. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to like take the fats off the next couple of days? Like, how do we recover from this? And she said, you're in your growth phase. You're all good. Like don't just continue. Just pick up the next day and just get on with it. You know what I mean? And I think those, like, that's what I mean by the communication with your coach, like having that really good community. And I don't, like a lot of girls don't disclose those sort of things. Like if they go off their plan or whatever, they just like let the guilt eat away and they don't tell anybody. And then it just, it screws up with your whole process.